Leilani, how would you describe the sexuality course to someone who is considering to participate? Like in your own words, how would you describe what is it?
Hmm. I would describe the course as being about so much more than sexuality. It's
Mm,
a course that helps, particularly those who identify as female, to become more in tune with themselves and to develop a better relationship with our emotions and how we communicate, how we sexually express ourselves, how we feel about ourselves, and even to heal past traumas. So I would describe this course as something to help a woman to find and sit in her own feminine power.
ooh, nice. Thank you. What was your favorite part of the course? What did you like the most?
Mm-hmm. Okay, let me think about that. Because I thought I had a favorite, but then I think there's so many favorites. Okay, actually, my favorite part of the course was having a male panel and asking questions. Um, I I'm still finding out and exploring my own sexuality, but I think it was very enlightening to hear from the opposite sex, their views
Hmm.
on sex, their views on connection, and to see how I suppose that we all evolve as people over time and how we all are all seriously seeking connection. Sex is a way to have
Hmm.
connection. So I thought that that was very heartening to see. I was encouraged by that. Like, okay, there's still hope for me yet.
What was the most challenging? Like, what did you find like the hardest for you?
We do have to be honest with ourselves. And there are times where we're
Mm,
in dyads, working with a partner or two other people, and we're sharing. And so, to get the maximum value, it is asking for us to be vulnerable, to be honest, and to hold space for each other. So for me, the most challenging part was to let go of those reservations and to playful out. And I think with anything that you do, you get back what you give. So once I let go of
mm,
those reservations and decide, okay, I'm in this. I am prepared to learn and I'm prepared to be here for my sisters in this class. I really felt like
mm.
I was getting so much more out of it than I was giving.
Ooh, wow, wow. Did you find what was like the fact that it was online? Um, was it like how was the experience that this type of interaction was online?
I
Like
think
how
it's
was it?
great. I
What
think
what?
it's great that the class was online because it made it more accessible. So you had
Mm,
people from, for example, Singapore and
yeah.
New Zealand and London making the time and effort to be in the class and connecting with us. So then it's not just separated by where we're at, where it would only be, if it was an in-person class, it would only be people in Bay Area sharing
Hmm.
their perspectives. Now it's opened up to people from all over the world who are committed to your class, showing up and showing up for each other.
Mm. Ooh, yeah, yeah, good point. Um, did you find yourself surprised with something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because I'm not young, you know what I mean? I'm not old, but I'm not young. I'm just turned 37. So, I'm not a girl. I am a woman, and there is a point in your 30s where you still feel like, oh, I feel like a kid in an adult's body. But by the time you hit mid to late 30s, you can sit and safely say I'm a woman. And so I
Hmm.
think having been an adult for almost 20 years, I having had sex for a really long time, I just felt like, oh, I know everything there. I know how to have sex. I know how to fuck. But there's so much that I didn't even know that I didn't know. Just having committed to certain stories and realizing that there is so much more that you could remove the judgment and the preconceived notions and open yourself up to learning about other people's experiences, to become healthily curious about experiences, and then to advocate for them in your relationships. Hey, babe, what do
Mm.
you think if we tried this? Or what do you think it would be like if we did, X, Y, Z? And so it just opens up, um, like not just sex, but relationships to be more, to keep growing instead of being stagnant. So I think
Mm.
that really surprised me, because I was like, I have so much more to learn. I have so much more to give. And then I got excited.
This is amazing. This is amazing. Did you have any aha moment or breakthrough or like something that maybe you realized during
Mm,
this time?
yeah, there was um, there was the exercise of doing anything really slowly. And
Mm.
I did the exercise twice. And the first one was doing glute bridges. So it's an exercise, you're, humping the air. But what I realized is that when you go and do this action slowly, then you can really be present in the action. And I just realized how much of life do we rush through. Even in our relationships, we could be running on autopilot. And doing
Mhm.
that exercise made me realize that if we pause and slow down, then we can be more deliberate and more present and really take in the experience. So, whether it's doing an exercise, whether it's washing vegetables, or sitting and sharing a moment with someone, slowing
Mm.
down and removing the preoccupation so that you could really be with that person or be doing the thing.
Oh my God. You talking about this, you made my thoughts just slow down. I feel like they paused. So you living through it, even when you're talking about it. I can tell you tapped into that experience. Ooh. um, uh, did you feel a sense of community, a sense of connection with participants?
I felt a sense of community. I think having a sexuality class that was a safe place and safe space for female identifying persons to talk about their experiences in their own bodies, their experiences in sex, their childhood experiences, and then for us to share and feel the commonalities and differences without judgment. It was really
Mm.
beautiful, and it opened up my worldview. I felt so much compassion and empathy and curiosity at some of the things that people were saying, because there were experiences I've never had, and I was like, oh, I want to try that. And then other people were, my heart felt for them, like, oh, I want you to have some of these experiences. For example, we had
Mhm.
people talking about, difficulty having orgasms. And I was like, oh man, I'm rooting for you. Come back and tell us next week that you had that, so we can all, throw confetti and have a party for you.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I think in that sense,
Whoa.
it becomes like your sexual liberation, your growth as a woman is also my shared experience. I'm cheering for you in this class.